The night horror visited Mia. It was nearing midnight, and the storm outside was relentless. The wind howled like a banshee, rattling the old windows of Mia's small apartment. Alone, she stared at the glow of her computer screen, drowning out the storm with the familiar sounds of her favorite podcast. She was a fan of horror, always chasing the thrill of fear from the comfort of her well-lit room. But that night, the horror came to her. Her phone buzzed on the desk, the screen lighting up with an unfamiliar number. She hesitated, her finger hovering over the decline button, but something compelled her to answer. "Hello?" she said cautiously. The line crackled with static before a distorted voice whispered, "You left the window open." Mia's heart stopped. She spun around to face the window behind her. It was closed, locked. The curtains hung undisturbed. "Nice try," she muttered, assuming it was a prank, and hung up. Moments later, the phone buzzed again. It was the same number. Against her better judgment, she answered. "Who is this?" she demanded. "You shouldn't have turned off the porch light." Her blood ran cold. She didn't have a porch light. She lived on the third floor. But she remembered her downstairs neighbor had mentioned their porch light was broken. "Very funny," she said, her voice trembling. "I'm calling the police." The voice on the other end chuckled, low and guttural. "The police can't help you, not tonight." The call disconnected. Now thoroughly unnerved, Mia checked every lock in her apartment. The front door, the windows, even the bathroom. Everything was secure. Still, the sense of being watched gnawed at her. She tried to brush it off, convincing herself it was just an elaborate prank. Then her computer screen flickered. The podcast stopped, replaced by a black screen with a single blinking cursor. "What the hell?" she whispered. Words began to appear on the screen, as if someone were typing from the other side. "You're alone, but not for long." Mia slammed the laptop shut and grabbed her phone to call 911. As she dialed, her phone buzzed again with another call from the same number. She ignored it and pressed the phone to her ear. "911, what's your emergency?" the operator said. Mia began to explain, her voice cracking with fear. Then the operator interrupted her. "Mia, why didn't you lock the closet door?" The line went dead. The phone slipped from her hand and she turned, heart pounding. The closet door stood slightly ajar, though she was certain it had been closed. She stared at the darkness within, her breath coming in shallow gasps. A hand reached out from the shadows. The last thing she heard was the distorted voice whispering in her ear, "I told you, they can't help you." The storm outside raged on, drowning out the scream that never reached the ears of her neighbors. By morning, the only sign of Mia was the phone lying in the middle of her empty apartment, the screen flashing with one last call from an unknown number. Remember to like and subscribe.